Hey everyone, so in this tutorial I am going to bust out the new Style Start and show you how it's going to help you work faster and better and save you lots of time. So on the left here I've got my workspace, which is arranged two up vertically. So I have my Style Start over here, which is the PSD that contains all of my elements and previews and all of that stuff of my color palettes and my tools. So this one was inspired by Marquesa. And then I'm going to show you how to take an average pattern like this, a zebra pattern, from ordinary to extraordinary. So, and the Style Start just makes it really easy. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And what's cool is you can take some basic pattern like this and then apply these a few things to it, and now you have a new digital paper. You've got a new resource. You can use it in your designs. You can sell it online, whatever you want to do. So we're going to start here with a pattern, and to begin with I'm going to pick out the background. So how I'm using this is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to pick out this purple in my Style Start and just I'm using sampling from the solid colors. I'm going to go over here to my zebra. I'm going to create a new layer underneath it and just paint that color down in the layer underneath my pattern. There we go. Now you can see it. So that's the purple, and I've got this gray pattern. So now what I did here was created a new color fill layer above my pattern. And so first of all, I just want to color the pattern. So we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to turn that on. If you don't know how to put a color fill over, you just go to Layer, New Fill Layer, Solid Color, and click OK. And actually the purple is fine, so I'll just delete that one that I had there. So I'm going to create a clipping mask, and that puts that purple onto the zebra pattern. And so now what I want to do, if you see, the zebra pattern here had a metallic style effect. So where I got that was over here in my Style Start. The first one is this kind of metallic look. So I'm going to go over here to that dot, and I'm going to go to Edit, Layer, Layer Style, and then go to Copy Layer Style. But I use the keyboard shortcut, so it's like Option Command Shift C. So I'm going to copy the layer style, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to paste that layer style onto my zebra print. And now we have that metallic, really cool looking zebra print and the purple color as well. So that's good. The good thing about these, the layer styles, they take on whatever color you put them on. So that's really great. And why I like these Style Starts as well is that you don't even have to load these layer styles. You can just copy and paste them. So it keeps it really simple. So I'm going to turn on that purple pattern underneath it, and now you see it's kind of like a purple on purple, silver. It's a silvery purple. But you've got the background, which is a solid color, and then that zebra print, I turned it the purple color, and then I added that layer style from the Style Start kit. And you can see it looks all good together, but then I'm going to go the extra and add a little dimensionality underneath that pattern. So what I did was with this is I just simply created a few brush strokes underneath that pattern here and using one of my Impressionist palettes. So it just is super easy. So let's just, I want to turn that layer back on here, get on the right document. Let's scroll back here. There we go. So I'm going to go over to the one that I'm working on. I'm going to create a new layer underneath that pattern. I'm going to go get my Artistic Autumn brush number 4. This is one of my favorites. And I am going to load up this purple one, this pattern, Impressionist palette number 3 over here. So I'm going to go to my Impressionist brush. Sorry, make sure I grab my right brush. Go over to the pattern stamp tool like we use with all our Impressionist brushes. Go here, I've got number 4 selected, and then I'm going to go up here. This is my palettes, my Impressionist palettes, and I'm going to get number 3, and I'm simply just kind of following the curve of this lines, and look at that depth that it gives. So it's really awesome, and it just adds a dimensionality, and I'm just kind of following this sort of motion here and adding 3 or 4 of these in the spaces. And that's how easy it is. And this took like 3 steps. And we turned that pattern from like boring one color pattern to something deep and, you know, with dimensionality and looks really cool. And you can use it on a design or something for sale or whatever because you made it. So hopefully you enjoyed that. And then I'm going to show you another way to do that zebra pattern in the next one. Okay, so continuing on, in the first part I showed you how to take that plain zebra pattern like this, to take it from plain to fabulous, using the style start and the brushes and the color palettes and the layer styles. And now in this part I'm going to show you how to take it from this to this. So using the same color palette collection, the toolkit. So first of all, what I did was I wanted to just, you know, this is a very monochromatic look and it's a very subtle look using only the purples. But the good thing about the style start is that it gives you like a very refined color system, color palette to work with in your products. And it's already chosen for you, so you know it's going to look better, look good together. So if you pick another color in here, it's still going to go together. So that's the good part of it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take the main zebra print, which is in this foiled color and it's in a purple. I want to change that to one of the taupes. So we are going to go here, select that zebra print right here, and that's the color overlay. And I'm simply just going to double click that color overlay and go over, actually I'm going to go, oh, I can use this here. You can actually move to the next document, just sample down in here and hold this down and drag it, and we're going to sample the color from over here. So that's the same thing. The taupe here, good. So that gives it this warmth and it gives it more of an excitement and a drama. And now we're going to put some wet paint strokes in there too, like this. So I will put them above the, let's see here, yeah, I'll put them above the Impressionist brush strokes. So we are going to create a new layer above those Impressionist brush strokes, and we're going to get our wet brushes. So go over here to your Photoshop Mixer brush, and we are going to use Wet Paint Studio brush number 3 from my collection, and we're going to go over to my style start here, and I want a color that's just a dark taupe, so I'm going to use this one at the bottom here, center. So this is my previews, but I actually have to sample the color from down here. So I am just going to option click to load up that color into my brush. And let's see how I did it over here. Okay, yeah, I just kind of followed underneath the lines that I had already created. So we are over the Impressionist brushes, and I kind of just followed the same path. Yep, like this, and kind of went along those same lines. And this wet paint brush really blends those colors, so it's quite monochromatic, but it's very creamy, and it adds that like nice depth in there that's just lovely. And we're going to take it one step further, so let's just add a new layer on top of that. And if you scroll back in the style start, you'll see that one of the brushes is a little scatter, kind of a jeweled brush. And so we're just going to go to my Impressionist brushes here, and you can use these as monochrome. It's probably going to turn out the same, but I'll just use this. And I'm going to grab that, let's see here, I'm making so many brushes. Yeah, Scatter Jewel, the last brush. But I'm going to go over here and pick like number 5 is fine, just one of the taupe tones. And also, I want to also copy this layer style here, so before I even paint it, so I can see how it looks as I paint. So I'm going to go to the style start, click that circle, I'm going to copy that layer style, going to go over here to my demo, to my empty layer, paste that layer style. Now I already have my brush ready, and I'm just going to draw some strokes like this. How did I do it over here? Yeah. Kind of over that smooth area, so you can really see that sparkle. and just add a little bit of sparkle to my thing, and that layer style is already applied. Here, I'll turn off that layer and see there's just some scattered jewels that look really nice and add an extra layer of depth. And it was that easy. And so these toolkits are created so that you can have fun like that. And it just makes your workflow faster, easy, and more fabulous. So if you have any questions, just let me know down below or leave a comment anyway and say hi. And don't forget to let me know if there's some kind of tutorial you want to see.